Bitcoin has finally hit $60K since April after the SEC's consideration to approve Bitcoin ETF. Let's know more about it. Hey guys, let's quickly sum up all the things we're going to talk about in today's video. Bitcoin reaches $60K as the SEC considers approving the first Bitcoin ETF in the United States. As $36 million leaves banks, the Bank of Russia will evaluate Bitcoin holdings. The fifth largest pension fund in Australia is considering investing in cryptocurrency. The Polkadot Parachain slot auction will be held by Binance. The SEC in the United States may approve the first Bitcoin futures exchange traded fund, according to various sources. One of the more positive predictions made by Bitcoin analysts was that this would allow a bigger number of investors to participate in Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market. As a result, Bitcoin reached $60,000, its highest level since April of this year. The SEC of the United States may soon approve the first Bitcoin ETF in the country. According to people familiar with the situation, authorities are unlikely to prevent the ETF from trading as soon as next week. One of the primary arguments for the possibility of approving a Bitcoin ETF is that the proposal from ProShares and Invesco Limited provides strong investor safeguards. The possibility of the first Bitcoin ETF being approved in the United States comes after 8 years of several proposals to extend the Bitcoin ecosystem. Bitcoin ETFs have consistently been rejected in recent years owing to a lack of investor safeguards. However, with increased liquidity and trading volumes, the Bitcoin sector has grown even greater as a market for retail and institutional investors. The Bitcoin ETF, if authorized, may begin accepting trades as soon as this month. It's also worth mentioning that Bitcoin ETFs have already been approved in a number of other countries, which include Canada, the European Union, and others. This demonstrates that the investors throughout the world are interested in Bitcoin ETFs not only in the United States. It is conceivable, however, that the ETF will be rejected. If this occurs, the Bitcoin market may see a correction. Other fund managers, including Van Eck Bitcoin Trust, ProShares, Invesco, Valkyrie, and Galaxy Digital have also applied to create Bitcoin ETFs in the US, but no decision has yet been made. The Russian central bank is attempting to access the quantity of Bitcoin owned by local investors in the aftermath of the pandemic-related withdrawals, which have resulted in a large amount of money not returning to banks. The Bank of Russia is polling local cryptocurrency investors to assess cryptocurrency investment numbers in Russia, according to Elizaveta Danilova, director of the central bank's Financial Stability Department. In a Reuters interview published on the Bank of Russia's official website on Thursday, Danilova stated, "We need to work both on data and raising public knowledge about the hazards of such investments which are backed by nothing." The official said that the cryptocurrency market is opaque not only in Russia but also in other countries, citing greater risks associated with crypto derivatives such as Bitcoin futures and exchange traded funds. The market is cross-border, which presents a difficulty. Cryptocurrency can be purchased through international middlemen. Some large overseas exchanges sell Bitcoin derivatives, which come with significant risks, Danilova explained. The Bank of Russia's efforts to examine local crypto investment levels coincide with Russians' recent unwillingness to deposit money in banks. According to Danilova, banks have not received as much as 2.6 trillion rubles, which amounts to $36 million, following huge withdrawals in 2020 due to the COVID-19 epidemic. The Bank of Russia has asked the government to prohibit crypto investments by non-accredited investors, allegedly launching a legal campaign to slow down transfers to crypto exchanges in order to discourage emotional crypto purchases. Despite the Bank of Russia's skepticism about cryptocurrency, Russian president believes that cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are useful for international money transfers and might one day become a method of accumulation. Queensland Investment Corporation, which is the QIC, Australia's fifth largest pension fund, is allegedly open to investing in cryptocurrencies in the future. QIC manages over $70 billion in assets. Large pension funds will likely want exposure to crypto as the industry matures in terms of legislation and infrastructure. According to Stuart Simons, QIC's head of currencies, in a piece published on Thursday by the Financial Times. Right now, there are a lot of unknowns, and institutional investing's operational infrastructure is still in its infancy, Simons added. As the system evolves, super funds may simply be responding to customer demand by enabling cryptocurrency investing. CDPQ, Canada's second largest pension fund, invested in cryptocurrency earlier this week. Celsius Network, a crypto lending platform, raised $400 million in a round led by it. Last month, it was revealed that two U.S. pension funds, the Fairfax County Police Officers Retirement System and the Fairfax County Employees Retirement System, were intending to invest in cryptocurrency pending board permission. They plan to invest a total of $50 million in Parachain Capital Management's flagship fund, which buys and trades cryptocurrencies and crypto derivatives. Binance announced future sponsorship of the Polkadot Parachain slot auction, which will take place in November 2021 in the platform's news section. Closer to the auction, further information for participants will be provided. Polkadot is ready for the Parachain's launch, according to the project's co-founder. The goal of Parachains is to provide complete interoperability across multiple Layer 1 networks that are built for distinct reasons. To join the network, each chain must gather the required amount of votes, which may be obtained through auctions. Previously, the Kusama network performed many auctions in June and July for testing purposes, simulating the process that the main Polkadot network would go through. The first auction will take place on November 11th, with the closing periods beginning of November 18th. Bidding will be open until November 18th. On December 17th, the first winning Parachain will be onboarded. So that's all for now. We'll get back to you tomorrow in the morning. Until then, join our Telegram channel for free crypto signals. Visit our blog linked below for guides, reviews, and tutorials, and subscribe to the channel for daily updated crypto news.